AED, automated external defibrillator. You will now see these at airports, movie theaters, gymnasiums, schools. They're at our golf course. We've had to use them on the Legends League, unfortunately. Some have made it, some have not. They are at our community center. We have them at both of our pools. You will see more and more of these coming around. Squad cars have them, and you'll see more and more of these at public facilities, like a movie theater. The Paramount Theater in Aurora has them. It's something that they're usually in an alarm case, but that just means you can open it, pull it out, and take it down to a victim, administer it. So when somebody loses a heartbeat, a pulse, start CPR, send somebody to go get your defibrillator.
Can you show us?
I can't shock anybody because we all have a pulse. If anybody would choose to lose a pulse right now, I could possibly shock you.
Can we do that and step behind Gino?
I'll volunteer or whatever.
You might not want to get the pie later.
We're going to shock Gino. That needs the extra raffle tickets.
Most of the defibrillators nowadays, you will have your pads. We have the chest pads for children and for adults. What's very nice is on all the pads, on all the defibrillators I've ever seen, they show you exactly where it needs to go. You don't need to remember a whole lot. You just tear it open, stick it where the picture shows. A child, it's front and back. On an adult, upper and lower chest, shows you exactly what to do. And when you turn on one of these,
Please step away from the chest.
It's going to say apply pads.
Plug-in pad connector next to flashing light.
It walks you through the entire thing.
Gino will do that before we pie you.
And see, this one will say apply pads, plug-in connector, telling you exactly what to do, and it's not going to say anything different until if I were to plug in the pad, and then it would move on and tell you what to do. I can't do that right now because these pads are sealed, and once they're open, they're no good, and they're about $80–90 a pop. So we only, they do have an expiration date on them, so when they do expire, we actually pull them out and let the kids practice with the expired ones. What? Yeah. They're very sticky, so when you pull them out to put them on somebody, you want to dry the person off. We have scissors to cut clothing, to cut a bra on a female. It's got to be on the skin. It can't be over jewelry. It can't be over a bra, a t-shirt, or anything. You've got to get right under the skin. If they're excessively hairy, you have to shave them and get down. You want it a good adhesive.
It's bad if they're wearing a bra and they're hairy.
Yes.
Oh my God!
That might be just too much work.
Yeah,
That's just wrong.
So all of the AEDs should have gloves and like a towel, dry them off. And like I said, it's very easy. It's basically you turn it on, you follow the prompts, press shock if instructed. If it doesn't say, if it registers a pulse, it may register something that you can't feel in their neck. It will tell you not, and it'll either tell you to maintain rescue breathing or go into CPR. It's one of those things where you're not going to hurt anybody if they're laying on the ground without a pulse. They're technically dead. You're only going to help them, and statistically they have shown defibrillators are saving more lives than in past. That's why they're requiring them at fitness centers, school gymnasiums, and all of those things. So if you're at a facility or your work and you have one, familiarize yourself with it, know where they're at, so because in case of emergency situation, if you see one at a theater or an airport, an emergency happens, you can be like, oh, I saw one down there and I can go get it and hopefully help somebody save a life. So this was just a real brief introduction to defibrillators. Hopefully in the future we can do another CPR and defibrillator class.
Could you pass the unopened bag around and remain unopened just so I can see where you would apply that?
Yep.
Should
Please don't rip them open.
I'm not.
Should jewelry be removed?
You don't have to remove jewelry, but if it's hanging down, it can't be under a pad. You don't have to remove it, undo it, just get it out of the way so the pads are completely secure to the skin. And if you take the pads out and happen to set them down on something, they will stick to it. So once you take the pads off the membrane in the middle, get them right onto the person because they are very sticky. So
And from personal experience, they work and you will save a life.
Yep. And all of ours, they have these little extra batteries that are $300, $250. Really expensive, but all of our units, it's mandatory that they all have a battery. And then we do go through a self-test with these every day. We check them at the pools, we check them at the golf course to make sure they're ready to go on a rescue. So that is your quick safety short for today. Please make it your friend and use it to save a life. That is what they are there for.
Boy, last month and this month, we just need somebody to keel over on us. We're ready.
Okay.
Jeff, you got your taser?